Hi, good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you back to class. and the topic we'll be considering today is displayed on your screen. As you can see, we'll be dealing with profit and loss. This is something that is experienced mostly in business. You have engaged in one business or the other at any time. You must have probably experienced either profit or loss. So without wasting time, let's just move straight into it. Okay. So as you have on your screen, when a trader buys or sells goods, right? Probably buy beans, rice, or whatever, or you buy phone. Now the price at which he or she or the person buys the good is called the cost price. While the price at which he sells that particular good is called the selling price. Okay, so talking about profit, a profit. Now, when the good is sold at a price greater than the cost price, that is when the selling price is greater than the cost price, the trader actually made a gain, or you call that a profit. Now, to calculate profit, in this case, we know that selling price should be greater than the cost price. So once that happens, we have selling price excuse me minus cost price, and that's what you have on your screen here. You have profit equal to selling price minus cost price. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about loss. This actually happens when your selling price is less than your cost price. When you are selling below the cost price, the amount that you got the product, when you are selling below that price, then you're actually realizing a loss. Alright, so that's why we have this, that loss equals cost price minus selling price. Okay, so let's consider an example to illustrate what we actually been saying. Here in this example 1, I'm going to use two methods. Now, a trader bought 12 electronic stoves at the cost of 3,600 naira each. That is, one stove actually costs 3,600 naira. Now, if each stove is sold at 4,150 naira, find the total profit made. So in this case, let's take alright, so we have the cost price, which I will write this way, of each stove. The cost price of each stove is given as 3,600 naira. 3,600 naira. Then now the cost price of 12 stoves will then be 12. That is, we are going to be using 12 to multiply 3,600 naira. Okay, 3,600 naira. Now, because one stove costs 3,600, then 3,600 in 12 places, that is 12 times, will give us the cost price of 12 stoves. So if we multiply this, we have Now if you multiply this, we have 12 multiplied by 3,600. Then our answer is for 3,200 naira. So we have 43,200 naira. Right, that is the cost price of 12 stoves. Now we are told in the question that he sold each he sold each for 4,150 naira. So let's talk about the selling price. I'm done with the cost price. Let's talk about the selling price now. So the selling price of each stove is given as 4,150 naira. Alright, therefore the implication is that the selling price of 12 stoves will be given as 12 multiplied by 4,150 naira. So if you calculate that, we have 12 multiplied by 4,150, and the outcome will be 49,800 naira. That is 49,800 naira. So here we have the cost price and the selling price. So obviously we know this is a profit. So why? Because the selling price is actually more than the cost price. So let's take the profit now. Now, according to the formula, we have the profit, therefore, our profit is selling price minus cost price, and therefore we have selling price, which is 49,800 naira minus 43,200 naira. Now if you press your calculator for this, all you have is 6,600 naira. So this is a profit made at the end of the transaction. So we'll move on to the second method. Let's try and see and make use of another method. So for method 2, we have the cost price of each stove is given as 3,600 naira, and the selling price of each stove is given as 41,150 150 naira. Okay, so in that case we can get a profit for each stove, the profit made on each stove. So profit made, profit on each stove, will be 4,150 naira minus that cost price, which is 36,600 naira. So therefore we have our answer for this will be let's check that with our calculator. We have 4,150 naira minus 3,600 naira. We have our outcome as 550 naira. So we have 550. So if profit made on one stove is 550 naira, what is the profit made on 12 stoves? So here we go. We have the profit on 12 stoves will then be 12 multiplied by 550 naira. So we have a 12. Okay, we have 12 multiplied by 550. Our outcome is 6,600 naira. Exactly what we got in the first method. So that's the end of the first example, right? So we'll take another one, which is example 2. Here we have a woman bought 100 crates of eggs at 750 naira per crate. That is, one crate costs 750 naira. Now she found that 10 crates were bad, and she then sold the rest at 950 naira per crate. So our duty here is to find maybe she made profit or loss. So find a profit or loss, right? So let's dive into it. We have the cost price of one crate of egg is actually 750 naira. Now the woman got 100 crates, so the cost price of 100 crates pardon me for that, 100 crates will be 100 multiplied by 750, and so in that case we have our answer to be 75,000 naira. Okay, now after buying, she realized that 10 of those crates are bad. So she won't be able to sell all the 100. So she will be left with a certain amount, and that will be 90 crates. So The remaining crates remaining crates so the remaining crates now the remaining crates will be 100 minus 10, and that will be 90. So the remaining crate is 90. So our selling price will be calculated on 90 and not on 100 crates. So it will be calculated on 90 crates and not 100 crates. So we have the selling price. The selling price of one crate has been given us. Let's check. The price of that is a 950 naira. We have 950 naira. Okay. $950. Therefore, the selling price of 90 crates will be 90 multiplied by 950. So if you take that, you have 85,500 naira. Okay, so obviously if you compare the cost price and the selling price, which is this. Selling price is 85,500, cost price is 75,000 naira. You will realize that the selling price is still more than the cost price. So here we are talking about profit and not loss. Okay, so we will remove 75,000 from 85,500, and this profit, according to the formula, is selling price minus cost price. In that case, we have our selling price is 85,500 minus 75,000 naira. So our answer will end up being, if you press the calculator, you will have 10,500 naira. And that's the end of that question. That's the end. So we move to the next one, which is the last. It's going to be the last example. Example 3. Okay. A contractor supplied 130 packets of floor tiles at the cost of 2,715 naira each. 2,715 naira each. Now, if he realized 265,000 naira from supply, how much was the loss or gain in the business? Now, we know how much he actually sold, which is 265,000 naira, but we don't know how much he got everything at first. So let's calculate. The first step we're going to take now is to calculate the cost price. Then we compare with the amount that he got from the supply. So we take the cost price, that is the amount at which he got the product, the cost price of each packet. The cost price of each packet is actually of each packet is 2,750 naira. The cost price of 130 packets will be 2,715 naira multiplied by 130. Then we have our answer to be, if you press the calculator, we have 352,950 naira. So now, don't forget that from the question we have but because the selling price, that is the amount at which we actually supplied, has been given to us as 265,000 naira. So if you compare this with the cost price, that is the amount that it cost him to get all the packet of the ties, you will realize that this guy had actually made a loss and not a profit. So in this case, we'll be calculating loss and not profit. And according to the formula, loss equals to cost price minus selling price. So what do we have there? You have this to be equal to 352,950 naira minus the selling price, which is 265,000 naira. If you press your calculator, your outcome will be 87,950 naira. So this person made a loss on that business, that transaction. He actually made a loss of 87,950 naira. This will be the end of the video. This will be the end of the class for today. I will leave you with this exercise. You can just practice with this to actually check maybe the lesson of today has been well understood. I will see you in the next video.